The Anunnaki in the Bible, the gods they don't want you to know about. They tell us the Bible is the oldest record of divine history, sacred, untouched by outside hands. But what if I told you that long before the Bible was written, the gods it warns against, the so-called false idols of the ancient world, were real? That they were part of a much older story? A story that began in Sumer, the birthplace of civilization, where gods walked among men and shaped humanity's destiny. The Anunnaki, a name whispered in the ruins of Mesopotamia, buried in ancient tablets, concealed in the scriptures billions follow today. The Bible names many cities, Babylon, Akkad, Nineveh, places rich with history. But these names were translated, filtered through Hebrew, Aramaic, Greek, and Latin. If we trace them back, we find something remarkable. In Sumerian, the oldest written language, these cities were called Babar, Uri, Ninua, Ur, and Eridu, the domains of the gods. Each Mesopotamian city had a ruling deity. These weren't just mythological figures. They were the Anunnaki, the rulers of ancient Sumer. If these gods ruled Mesopotamian cities, should we not expect to find traces of them in the Hebrew scriptures? The answer is yes. Biblical references to the Anunnaki Bel, a Babylonian title for Marduk, appears multiple times in the Bible. The prophet Isaiah mocks him. The book of Daniel speaks of Bel and the dragon, where the prophet Daniel exposes the priests of Babylon. Ishtar, the goddess of love and war, is known in the Bible as Ashtoreth. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians. 1 Kings 11:5. Even Shamash and Sin, the sun and moon gods, are condemned throughout the Old Testament. They left all the commandments of the Lord their God and worshipped all the host of heaven. 2 Kings 17:16. The host of heaven, the Mesopotamian pantheon, was reduced to false gods by the Hebrew scribes. The Great Flood is another striking connection. The Bible says Yahweh commanded Noah to build an ark. But in the Sumerian version, Enlil seeks to wipe out mankind, and only Enki's intervention saves a single family. Different names, the same event. The Tower of Babel also has an eerie parallel. The Bible tells us that Yahweh scattered humanity and confused their languages. But in Mesopotamian texts, Enlil does the same, tearing down a great ziggurat and dividing mankind. Why? Because humanity was never meant to ascend beyond its station. The Bible speaks of Eden, a paradise where divine beings walked among men. But Eden was not a paradise. It was a containment